Hello everyone, and welcome to the second reading of this Tuesday afternoon. And I'm just going to do an energy check-in with Her Majesty the Queen and see how she is getting on through this Jubilee celebration. She's been looking in fine form over this past weekend. There have been some really delightful moments. She showed up at the Royal Windsor Horse Show a couple of times. She sat through that whole gallop through history. She looked as if she was really enjoying herself. She looked physically comfortable as well. She's been walking around, and then today she popped up on the Underground, the London Underground, to open the new line on the tube, the Elizabeth line that Prince Edward was allegedly supposed to be opening. There was already a plaque which they quickly had to take down and replace with a plaque that's saying Queen Elizabeth herself was in attendance and opened the new lines, and she was looking absolutely spectacular. I have to say, hats off to Angela Kelly for that fabulous outfit today. It was just gorgeous, very spring-like, very pretty. And so just an energy check on how she's doing emotionally, how she's doing physically. And then of course she looked very choked up when Lady Louise drove past in Prince Philip's carriage. Lady Louise looked absolutely lovely as well, very nervous, but she did beautifully. Very proud mum. It looked like a very emotional queen, so I just want to check in. There's just a card for that. So these are just some just taking the temperature reading, nothing sinister, and don't want to dig around and cause upset. And I can't remember if I've actually showed you the box, but we're using the Lightseers Tarot today for this reading. There it is. Apologies if I've already done this again. It's been a very long day, and there it is. So 5-card reading using the Lightseers Tarot, how the Queen is doing emotionally, how she's doing physically, how that moment for her was with Lady Louise, and then just generally how is this whole Jubilee celebration going to go for her ultimately. And when she looks back at it, so far so good. I'm very relieved, very happy, and people really seem to be responding very positively to the whole thing as well, which is great. We get the Hermit card in reverse as the overall energy, the underlying energy of this reading. And that is somebody coming out of seclusion to participate in this whole thing, which is what she's done. She's been very, very retiring since lockdown, basically. She's hardly been seen in public. She's been seen a lot on Zoom and doing video calls and all of that, but she has been locked away, basically, and I don't mean that in a sinister way as Prince Harry might mean it. I just mean she has been cloistered. She's been in a quiet space. She's been meditating, she's been praying, she's been grieving, she's been keeping herself to herself, but she has saved her energy for this moment, the Hermit in reverse, and she is now out in public again. And I think that's all that Hermit card signifies. I don't think it means anything else of the possible energies. It's a big card, major arcana. She saved herself for this moment to come out and mingle with the public again and be seen. So the energy around this celebration currently, Knight of Swords in reverse. And the Knight of Swords is a card of haste and somewhat reckless. And I have to look at that card and think of Prince Harry. Running away, chasing his dream, even though he is not an air sign, even though he doesn't very often come up as a Knight of Swords. But for me, this is a Prince Harry figure, the way he's dressed, the way he's running, the way he's chasing after that motorbike, and it looks sort of desert-like. It does not look like an English scene. It looks like somebody who was chasing something, hunting something down far, far away. It's in the reverse. And I think she wants him back. That's my first thought with that card. I think she wants him back from whatever mad escapade he is on, wild goose chase that he is on, far, far away. She wants him back. That's the energy that's coming through there. Of course, it also is that perhaps it's a little bit too much for her in terms of it's all too much going on, because the Knight of Swords is just a fast energy, lots happening at once, and it just might be difficult for her to handle how much she's got to get through in the next few weeks. So that would be a secondary energy. But first thought He's always on her mind. Every reading I do, he's on her mind. She's worried about him. I don't know. I know we all might think he's a useless whatever, fill in the blank, and deserves to have ties cut and shunned and never spoken of again. But family is family. And even in the royal family, family is family. So let's see how she's doing mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all of that. And we get the Ace of Wands in reverse. She's tired. She is tired. The Ace of Wands upright is passion, vigor, enthusiasm for new projects and things like that. It's in the reverse. She is tired. She does not have much energy at her disposal, mentally. Emotionally, she whatever brave face she's putting on when she's out and about, and the smiles and whatever, she's had almost 100 years to practice all of that, the mask that she can no doubt put on. Behind the scenes, she is tired. She really is tired, and I don't want this to be a down reading, so I'm going to move on to how she's doing physically through this time. 9 of Pentacles, and that's a good energy. Pentacles are the physical body, and the 9 is liberated, feeling free. So whatever has been a source of discomfort for her recently, she is free of it at the moment. 9 of Pentacles, and you can see this woman stretching. She's reaching up for the Pentacles. She's physically relaxed. She's in a joyous kind of energy. She's depicted in a joyous, moving kind of a way, which is not normally the case for 9 of Pentacles. And so I think she's feeling quite good physically, and that's a relief. Whatever they're doing to help her and support her through this time is working. And you can see it's working because she really did look good. And that's reassuring. How did she feel? This is the hidden energy, behind the scenes energy. How did she feel watching Lady Louise driving that carriage? She looked very emotional. How was it for her? And we get the Judgment card in the reverse. And that's an interesting depiction of, because it's kind of a release and a rising, ascending. Normally it is the last trumpet sounding, the angel sounds the trumpet, and the dead are risen from their graves to be judged. So it is that judgment energy, it's that second coming energy, it's that awakening. It's a freedom. It's a freedom, but it's in reverse. That Judgment card is in reverse. It's a big card. So I think she was really, really, really thinking about the person that she has lost. And she's not ready to leave, and she's not ready to join him. And again, I don't want this to go dwelling in territory that people get uncomfortable with if I dwell too much on it. But it was a moment for her when she thought, I'm still here and you aren't. You have gone ahead of me, and I am still here. So there it was. That is what she was thinking, and it was a big card. It was a big moment for her. Major Arcana, Judgment card, almost at the end of the Major Arcana in the Tarot. And ultimately, how is she going to look back at this Jubilee celebration? How is she going to feel about it at the end of it all? 5 of Wands in reverse. There is something going on here about struggle and conflict in the family. That's 5 of Wands energy. It's conflict within a group, ambition, all clawing at each other, climbing over each other to get to the top of the pile. It's a conflict, but it's conflict because of competition and ambition. And it's in the reverse. Exhaustion, first of all, as well, because it's when you have suffered through the 5 of Wands energy and it's in reverse, you're okay. I don't need to fight. I don't need to struggle. She is struggling to make it through this, regardless of what we're seeing, but also it is about conflict within the family, and she wants it to end. So she is going to do her ultimate to end the conflict in the family while she's around, while she's still powerful, while she's on this high, she's riding this high. She is going to do everything in her power to end this conflict once and for all that is going on because of this Knight of Swords in reverse. And it's possibly why she is so tired, because it's taking a lot of energy from her. mental energy, emotional energy, spiritual energy even is being fed into this conflict to try and resolve it while she still can. That is the reading. Not all doom and gloom, very happy to say, and but there's a lot going on. There is a lot going on behind the scenes, and that is where I'm going to leave it. And thank you for watching. I will see you again tomorrow.